Good Thursday, everyone. This is Father Peter at St. Mark's. It is so good to see you and to connect with you through this weekly email blast. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video today. You know, I just wanted to reflect briefly on the passage of Scripture, which you can see elsewhere in this email. It comes from the book of Romans, Romans chapter 8, verses 18 to 21. And it's got this amazing thing that it says right in it. It says, I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory about to be revealed to us. And then it goes on to say the creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the children of God. For the creation was subjected to futility, but now we are waiting to see the glory of God made known to us through you and me and through the presence of Jesus Christ. You know, and Paul is not somebody who's just by nature a really super positive person. If you read some of the stuff that he wrote in the New Testament, which is a great thing to do, by the way, his little writings are usually pretty brief. You can sit down, take just an hour and easily read through one or two of his different letters. But one of the things you'll notice is Paul is not by nature just a super cheerful guy. There are plenty of things that are pretty intense about this person. This is a person who has experienced pain and hardship. He's experienced imprisonment and people treating him unjustly. He has experienced all kinds of horrendous realities, and yet, near the end of his career, near the end of his life, he writes these words. The suffering we're going through now, it's not even worth comparing with the glory, with the goodness, with the beauty that is going to be revealed to us. You know, we are dealing with our own forms of suffering. Some of you have been incredibly isolated for an awful long time now. Some of us are facing financial suffering because of these realities. All of us are facing the suffering of a government and a political system that is dysfunctional at best. We are suffering as we hunger and we wait for an ability to return together, to sing together, to receive the body and the blood of Holy Communion. We suffer as we hear about increasing cases in the South and the West. We suffer as parents and guardians try to figure out what in the world they're going to do about schooling next year, and if they feel like it's safe and even appropriate for their kids to be in a school setting. We suffer as we reflect on loved ones who are sick. We suffer as we walk through times of difficulty and pain and illness, and we can't be close to one another because of distancing from each other. We can't give that hug to the person who just got difficult news. We can't just sit and talk for hours with friends in close confines. Let's just be honest. Let's name it. There is suffering. And I tell you, Paul knew about suffering. But his hope in God, his hope in Jesus, his hope in this faith which you and I are invited to practice as Christians here at St. Mark's, that hope was so profound and so real and based on such beauty and power that Paul could look at all of that real and true and honest suffering and say, I tell you the truth. The goodness, the grace, the mercy, the peace, and the light of God is so much greater than any of this. Friends, we are invited to be connected to that grace and that love. We are invited to find our home in the loving arms of Jesus. We are invited to know that grace, to embrace that grace, and to find God holding us up This is the truth of our faith. So I invite you to take some time today to pray, to be with God, to take deep breaths, inviting the love and hope of God to enter you and hold you. I invite you to take part in activities and realities which feed and nourish you. I invite you to rekindle that hope which Paul speaks of today. May that hope hold you up. May it be real for you. God bless you. And never hesitate to reach out and to be in touch. My prayers are with all of you, and I miss you and long for our reunion. Blessings, my friends. Bye-bye.